Hey everybody, happy Wednesday night, all of the Wednesday things. How are you all? I am excited to let you all know. If you saw in my community tab, I ended up not being able to have my live on Sunday. I had to do a rescue of one of the kiddos. The car was in a situation. Everybody was totally safe, totally fine. There was some snow, but the car needed to be dropped off at the shop, and we actually just got it back this evening. So all is well. Wanted to let you guys know that. Thank you all very much for the kind words. That for folks that commented, I really appreciate it. But yeah, so all of that is good. We are good to go. It is Wednesday night, so that means we are looking at our Neon Nights Sew Along, and it is the second block, which is the Dutch Rose. And for this one, I'm going to explain some things. There are some pro moves that you can do if you would like to do. And I'll explain the reasoning behind why I created the separate little units the way I did for this as I'm talking about them. So what you will have for the Dutch Rose is a center section that will be one solid piece of fabric. So I just have it pinned. When I go to sew it together, if you are really new to FPP pinning or even putting a couple of dots of glue, whether that's Elmer's glue stick or the Sue Daily glue stick, the Sew Line, I think it's Sew Line, yeah, whatever works for you, go for it. But you'll have that is going to be the center. Then you're going to have some strips. I love these colors so much. I'm very excited about the Dutch Rose. I love the Sparkling Star in the 2 colors. The Dutch Rose is a 3-color block, so I'm excited about it too. And I'm really excited about the fun, bright colors. So you'll have 2 A and B strips. And this is one that I'm going to talk to you about the pro move if you want to choose to do that. But I'll come back to that. Then you'll have C and D, which are, they're the star points on the sides of the block. So you'll have 2 of those. Then you'll have these 4 blocks, and these 4 blocks are all the same. They'll all have well, for me, what's a watermelon color. I'm using, again, cherry wood fabrics. So this is the onyx, which is the black, the watermelon, which is like the pinky red, and then the, I can't remember what it is. Lemon drop, that is the yellow. So that's going into the Dutch Rose. And so E, F, G, and H are all square to square blocks, all with 1 pink corner. So again, pro tip, if you're doing this, I paid no attention to what the numbers were on these blocks. I just knew that one side had to be pink, and then I just follow the layout. Whichever side the pink side needs to be facing, I'll just turn the block around. So that's one of the pro tips. Pay no attention to that. If it's your first time or your second time or your third time, you're not quite comfortable with FPP yet, look at the layout of the block to decide where you're going to place your one color. Also, if you're really comfortable with it and you want to make this block scrappy and make it from all different colors, then you'll just do what you want to do, that kind of thing. So it's kind of I call it this all the time because these are my favorite books when I was growing up, the Choose Your Own Adventure. This is definitely one where you can kind of scrappy it up. So it has the onyx in the middle, 3 of the lighter color, 1 of the darker color, and then it doesn't matter. You just spin the block for when you put it in. Then you'll have 4 blocks where you'll have the onyx or whatever your background color is for the quilt on the bottom, and then you'll have your for me, pink and yellow going in different directions because you're going to twist those around the block as well to build it. And we build next week. And then you'll have these fun like rhombus looking ones with the pieces in the middle. So I'll talk about the pro tips for this block. For the pattern, because you don't have to do it in a 3-color layout if you don't want to, or if you're using like batiks, you may want to change up the color play within this to give it more dimension and make it more dynamic and all that kind of stuff. Woo! So I wrote the pattern where it is 4 separate pieces. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you're doing it like me, where it's just the 2 colors, you can do where you do the yellow, 1 piece of pink to go all the way across both sections, because it's 1 piece of paper. The unit is 1 piece of paper. So you could just do the yellow up here, 1 piece of pink, and then close out the pink with the last piece of yellow here at the bottom. Totally acceptable. You can totally do that. Would make it go by faster. Absolutely go ahead and do that. I wrote the pattern to match what it looked like in the block, the free block in box 1. And so that if you were using different colors, wanted different shades to happen, that you didn't have to then figure that out. Figuring out how to make the pieces smaller to make, use more pieces of fabric is much harder than just deciding, oh, this is really just 3 pieces. I can do that, no problem. So that I find that much easier. In the same vein, the A and B strips have on the paper has, piece 1 and 2 and 9 and 10 for me are just the same onyx background. So I did do it the other way for this way to show you. I just did 1 solid strip of onyx for this, because I wasn't looking for any like color play or movement or whatever, like using like a batik or anything for this piece, for the way that I'm doing Neon Nights for myself. You may be doing that differently. So you can break that up into the 2 separate blocks, because again, it's a lot easier than trying to do math to figure out exactly where you're going to want to line this up, to do 2 separate little squares if you want to change up what your background looks like. So for this one, I did just 1 bigger rectangle of fabric instead of making it into 2 smaller blocks. And then once you have it all quilted, no one's going to see, no one's going to care, whatever. It'll be whatever. So, but that's like the pro tip for this Dutch Rose. Different ways you can switch it up to make it faster or easier, or follow it exactly if you want to add some, again, movement and everything to the block. The video that I'm going to put right after I say this got cut off. What is the word I'm looking for? Not power strip. Storage. The storage stick. It got full at one point, so it stopped recording. So, but I think we got enough info in there for you to be able to see it's, really just following the 1 piece at a time. This is more units to put together than Sparkling Star, but the units themselves are easier, and I think putting it all together is going to be pretty simple. It's, just putting them into blocks, putting the rows together. And then these are like borders. So it'll be just like in traditional piecing, adding your borders. You're going to add to the sides and then add to the top and bottom. So if that's the way you do borders, I guess. So that's it. I will put the video here, and then I will come back and say good evening and talk about Sunday. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, the video definitely truncated, but the muscle memory should be there on building these pieces. Next week, I will actually show you how to put the units together to build the sections, and then put the sections together in rows to build the block all the way together, and then show you the sparkling star and the Dutch rose with the sashing on to build it into the 4-block wall hanging that I'm doing for the instructional purposes. So I'm very excited about that. I will say that I made now, and I've been doing this for a while now, and even I myself made the mistake of when I was deciding where I was putting the colors and I was looking at the picture, I wrote the colors on these pieces looking at it like this was the right side. So I have my pink and yellow mirrored to what it actually looks like in the finished block. Doesn't matter, as long as I do it the same way for all of them, no one's gonna know, and it's gonna look beautiful. It doesn't matter. But if you want it to look exactly like the picture and you're writing your colors onto your block, remember when you're looking at the picture of the blocks to it's a mirror image, so flip them. If you're reading it left to right, write it right to left on the paper. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, just give me a shout out, give me an email and I'll try to explain it a little bit more. I will be back live this Sunday, and we'll probably be working on my calla lilies. Let me show you a sneak peek about my calla lilies. I put the first 2 sections together. Woo! I did something a little different for mine because I'm testing it and playing around, and so I'm kind of doing it a little bit differently than what the pattern is actually showing. And I have testers who will show it in the style that they want to show it in. So I didn't fill in. There's supposed to be like a, what is it called? A stamen? Is that it? Oh my gosh, my science teachers would be so disappointed. I just did it all in purple instead of putting the stamen in, because I want to see what that looks like with this one flower, because this one is showing its backside. So I kind of wanted to have 2 that were like facing the other way. So like if you're looking at the vase, you see 2 are facing you and 2 are facing away. So I don't know. I was just, creative. I liked the symmetry. I don't know. So I went for it. Who knows? I might decide I don't like it when I get it all together. But this is almost the whole first side. Section, unit 3 will come off over here. It's going to be, I'm turning it into a pillow. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. So let me make sure that it turns out. It's supposed to be a 20-inch block, and it is 20 inches exactly. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is going to be a beautiful pillow for my sewing room, and yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'll be back to sewing the next section. I already started on section 3, so I'll work on I might finish section 3 this week and work on 4 or 5 on Sunday. But that's what I'll be back up to on Sunday with my live. I look forward to seeing you all there. Have an awesome week this week. My work week is going really well, so I'm super, super happy about work. I'm super happy to have my Sojo back. I'm super happy to be kind of woo, righted. Like you feel a little capsized sometimes, and I'm really feeling like I have righted the ship, and everything is going well. So I'm excited to see you on Sunday. I'm excited to have you working on Neon Nights. And if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. If you have a suggestion on something you would like to see me do, If you've been here for a little while, you'll know. If you haven't, I like to kind of change it up. I don't necessarily only do FPP. I don't necessarily only do quilting. I've made bags. I've made envelopes. I've made different kinds of gifts. I've made all kinds of stuff on my channel. So if there is something that's cool and new and neat that you would like to see, I like working with cork. I like working with different kinds of fabrics. Let me know. I'll break out my serger if you want to see something. So yeah, let me know what you guys might want to see and sew along with me in making. I think that would be fun. So let me know. All right. Have, again, a fantastic week, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.